Hey guys, so welcome back to Growth Traders. So in this video, we are actually going to cover a very crucial update on Nifty, Bank Nifty, as well as Fin Nifty. So yes, this would be my trade plan for the upcoming week, considering the current price action and market structure. So yes, guys, for the past few weeks and you can also say months, the markets have more or less been very volatile. There are no moves at all, especially for the intraday players. It is a very bad time. Those who are scalping, yep, it is a good time for them. But very recently, the volatility in the markets have been very high. So I'm pretty sure even scalpers have been affected by this. So yes, considering all these factors, what we can observe now in the charts is that the markets may be headed for some very good movement, especially as we approach the monthly expiry, that is next week's expiry, right? So yes, let's get into this without further delay. So yes, this is the chart of Nifty. So if I first switch to the 30 minutes time frame, right? So here we actually have a very good structure that the market was following. This is the one I'm talking about. So yes, this is a very short term, upward channel that the market was heading in. You can see dips were being bought and tops where the sellers were active. So as you can see, this area, right, from where the prices reversed recently, it happens to be the all-time high of Nifty, right, just around that mark. You can consider it as the level of 18900 approximately. All right, so from here, what we can observe is the prices failed to create a new high, right? This high was not broken, and from here the sellers took over. They brought the prices down and we got a closing around this 18650 area, right below this trend line as I have marked here, right? So this is one factor that we should consider. The markets may be influenced next week by, right? So if I first switch to the weekly time frame, right, this is where you will get some conviction about this setup. So I'll remove the drawings. Okay, I'll not. I'll just, yeah. So as you can see, the price has actually rejected from this long-term resistance trend line, right? So for the past few weeks from around March, there were no significant pullbacks in the higher time frames. By a significant pullback, I actually mean this kind of a movement, where the markets would actually fall by around 3-4% and then you know start heading up from there, right? This was not what we observed in this last rally from around 16900, right? So considering the fact that the markets have approached such an important area on our higher time frame and we are near its all time high as well, we can actually consider a retracement happening out from here for about 2 to 3% on a positional basis, right? So maybe we can talk about a retracement of 200 to 300 points and then the markets heading up again, right? So since we are very near to our monthly expiry, we can actually expect some volatility and some trending movement before or on the monthly expiry itself, right? So hopefully the overall view aligns now. Since we are at an important resistance area, what we can look forward to is a short term retracement in the prices, and this retracement should actually come with a decent momentum, considering the fact that the markets have been range bound for quite some time now, right? So if I come back to the 30 minutes time frame on Nifty, so as you guys can see, the price seems like it is about to break this support zone down, right? So here you have this important support area that is around the mark of 18650. You have this small gap that the market may fill, right? So on Monday, right, what we can actually look forward to is that if the prices give a small pullback, right? So I'll now come to my 5 minutes time frame. So here what you can observe is this area around 18700 seems to be a selling zone, a sell off zone, right? So yes, if on Monday at the opening time, if we expect the markets to retrace a bit, then that can actually happen thanks to the fact that the markets have closed right around this support zone. So there will be one round of this profit bookers exiting their position, especially those who are holding call shorts, right? And we can actually observe the markets to reject from higher levels with a proper confirmation, of course. And we are going to trade that movement. We are going to make an entry at around the highs for this short side trade. So yes, my entry would be right around the mark of 18,680 to 18,700. This is the zone I'll look forward to if I go for a short side trade, right? So here, this 21 period exponential moving average is going to actually help me out. So I'll actually try to create a position at around this level with a stop loss, with a decent enough stop loss, maybe around 30 points on the spot chart. That would translate to 15 to 20 points on our 100 to 150 point ITM options, right? No issues in that. Now, once I have that plan, I'll at least try for a 1 is to 3 or a 1 is to 4 risk reward here, because we are actually heading for a positional breakdown, right? So as I have already shown my 30 minutes time frame, if the market breaks this upward channel, then the likely targets that we are going to have on the downward direction is first of all 18,580 followed by 18,500, right? 18,500 is right around this level. So markets can actually easily retrace till that level. If you look at the daily time frame, right? So what I have here is the market is right around the 21 period exponential moving average. The last time the market actually reversed from here and touched the all-time high. But this time, what we can expect is, if the market fails to, take support at around the 21 EMA, then we are likely heading for a 1 to 1.5% fall in 1 or 2 days, right? That is the possibility, that is the best case actually, right? So try trading this movement, especially if you are entering with a decent quantity, say maybe 10 lots, 15 lots, whatever, right? So what you can actually do is you can keep the first target as 60 to 70 points on Nifty option, and hold the rest with a cost to cost stop loss for at least 100 to 120 points target, right? Especially if you are in a ITM option, right? So hopefully this makes sense. This is what I look forward to on our next week. Let's see how this goes. If this goes well, I'll update you guys, and of course you can follow us on our Instagram. The link is in the bio, and you will find updates over there during the live markets as well, right? So this is my trade plan on Nifty for the upcoming week. And if the markets fail to break this down, then I'll actually wait for some time, wait for the markets to form a bottom around here. And then if we are planning for a long side trade, then I'll wait for a very good confirmation, because as of now I have conviction on the short side only, right? Long side I am not actually interested, because the markets have been moving higher for so much time, and based on the higher time frame analysis, what I look forward to is a decent enough correction, and once that is done, we can look for a good positional long entry in Nifty, right? So yes, only if the markets reject from around the highs with a decent enough confirmation, then we can look forward to shorting it with a proper stop loss. Remember guys, we can always be wrong here, right? So one factor that is against us, that is India VIX, right? So India VIX on Friday came down, right? So as you can see, India VIX on Friday came down by around 3.2%, even when the markets came down, right? So that is not really a great sign, right? If the markets fell down and India VIX also increased, then it's actually a good short side trade setup, right? So the ideal entry would be at the high, right? At around a pullback on the higher side. Maybe we'll look forward to shorting it at around 18,700 only. If the market opens gap down, right, then in that case it will actually be a risky short, because we are still at an important support zone, right? And if the market opens gap down, then chances are the buyers will try recovering the market, and again it may head upwards and then reject from the higher levels, right? So in both circumstances, what we are actually looking for is a proper pullback and a rejection from around the resistance zones that are nearby, and trade the downside movement. Hopefully this makes sense. Now if I come to CNX Finance, that is our Fin Nifty, right? So just one second. So Fin Nifty, as we know, we have its expiry on Tuesday. So here as well we have a very similar kind of a setup. So on our hourly time frame, what we have is a false breakout, proper false breakout, right? The markets try to go up, the sellers take over, and in these scenarios, what happens is the market may reach the bottom of the zone and eventually break it down as well under bearish circumstances. But yeah, let's keep realistic targets. So what we'll look forward to here is we'll wait for this breakdown of this support zone of around 19500, right? So again the plan is very similar. If this area is broken down, then we are likely seeing a good fall here as well. So here also the plan is same. If the market goes up, we'll try shorting at around 19550 to 19600, and from there we'll try to capture this fall, right, if the prices reject from the highs. Very simple trade plan. Now if I come to Bank Nifty, right, so Bank Nifty is not really that weak, right? This is one thing to consider. Although yes, the prices seem to come down to this support zone and eventually break it down, but Bank Nifty is, a tad bit stronger as compared to Nifty. Actually, let's compare both of it, right? So if I open Nifty for once, Nifty was pretty much on an upward trend, right? But Bank Nifty for some time has been sideways, and on Friday, that is on our previous trading session, the markets did not actually close at around the low, right? So that is one thing to consider. Maybe the momentum in Bank Nifty on the short side may be a bit weaker, right? So that is one thing you should keep in mind. Also, if the banks start falling, then of course Nifty will also fall down. Right. So yeah, Bank Nifty is known to give good movements, but here I have a better plan on Nifty. Here also you can actually plan for a short side trade. If the market again gives a small pullback, you can see this is a very important area on our hourly time frame, around 43,700. You have this 200 period exponential moving average. You have this 21 period exponential moving average, right? All this important exponential moving average is right at around 43,700, and that could serve as a good short side entry point, right? So from here we can look forward to this breakdown. Hopefully this makes sense. But on a higher time frame, Bank Nifty is actually below its 21 period EMA, and the downside targets can be actually till around 43,100 as well, right? As you can see, the market can easily approach this level if this short term support zone of around 43,500 is broken down. Very easy, right? So yes, Nifty on a higher time frame looks stronger in my opinion, but the closing is a bit weaker as compared to Bank Nifty, right? So yeah, you can actually find good trades in both, so kindly look forward to this. Also, I'll have a look at the IT sector as well. So IT sector also seems to reject from this 200 EMA, a double top kind of a formation. The past two trading sessions have been quite bearish here. So here also we are probably heading for a retracement, right? So here I'll just mark this short-term support zone. This is the area. So this, if it is broken down, then the markets may come down till around this level, right? So yes, this can actually be considered as a decent movement, and yes, this is actually going to help out Nifty as well on its short side journey, right? So yep, my view remains a bit bearish for the upcoming week. Again, we can't say anything about the market as of now because the moves are very much unpredictable. Sometimes it seems very bullish, sometimes it seems very bearish. Can't really say, but again, these are the phases in the market where we need to work with a proper plan only. In any other circumstances, you are likely to lose money, right? If the price action goes as per your plan, then try making positions. If your stop loss gets hit, just exit with a small loss. If the trade goes as planned, hold it with conviction. That's it, right? And in case the price action does not go as planned, just wait for the right entry opportunity. Don't rush, right? Because as you have seen, the markets have been giving violent movements on either direction, especially those who have been active on our last week expiry. I mean, this week expiry, you know it. The market almost touched the all-time high again. It came back again. It went up. There was a roller coaster ride, especially after 12:30, right? So this is the thing to consider. The markets are quite volatile, and we'll try to play this out with minimum risk and the best trade plan possible. Since the markets have failed multiple times to break its all-time high and also given a decently weak closing, that is why we are planning on the short side. Now, only concern is the India VIX did not actually go up on our previous trading session, so might be this is an anticipated fall, or maybe the market may not fall by a huge amount. So that is why we are keeping reasonable targets of 60 to 100 points only on our options. And yep, those who can risk, they can also target for a higher profit, right? So yep, trade accordingly. You can also plan out low risk spreads on option selling, that also gets the job done. And yep, if this markets head for a correction, then we are likely going to have a good week ahead, especially since we are having the monthly expiry. And again, talking about the monthly expiry, if the markets fall right in the first 2 to 3 days, then there is a highly likely chance of a good short covering on monthly expiry, and that can be traded based on an intraday trend reversal setup. So yep, we have covered this concept in-depth detail in our course. So if anyone is looking for a good price action training program, then you can look forward to booking your seats in our upcoming batch. So yes, the details for the same are in the description. Thank you. See you guys in our next video. Till then, stay tuned.